What up, Facebook Live family and friends? Elliot Andre, the head therapist with Connected Roots, is here with Polina LeRoy. Hey, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. So glad you're here. I'm super stoked to learn about something new today that I know nothing about, which is always exciting for our friends and family out there. So if you could, Polina, let us know who you are, what you do, what you specialize in, what sets you apart from the pack. That'd be a great way to start.
Right now, I'm teaching theta healing and also work with the clients using this technique.
Okay.
So I started in 2011, and first I was just being as a practitioner, just helping clients using this technique. And then I realized how powerful it is, and I think everyone should learn it. So since 2013, I started to teach it, and teaching right now in Boulder as well.
Very cool. So I'm sure many of you out there are wondering, if a thumbs up, what is theta healing? Because I don't know what it is at all. So let's hear from Polina what it is, what the benefits are, and how she got started in the practice.
Yeah. So theta healing is a meditation technique.
Okay.
So you use this meditation to get into very deep theta waves. I'm sure you probably heard about different types of brain waves.
Yeah.
Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and all of them. So one of them is theta. Using theta healing technique, you can actually get into this theta state. And I think it's associated with for us with a very deep relaxation. Also connecting, like tapping into our intuition and subconscious mind. And I would say that using this meditation, we can connect to the creator, or some people call it God, and just, kind of receive a wisdom and highest truth from this source of energy, like divine source of energy.
Beautiful. Which
is cool. And we can also use this energy to heal, like physical ailments, or replace beliefs that don't serve us anymore.
All right. So it's like a total, seems like a lifestyle change, really, more so than anything, as well as, I think people who can get into this practice definitely seem like there's definite benefits to it. So it seems like you've been teaching it and you got into it based on, I think, your own need probably to kind of change life in some ways, I can imagine. So if you wouldn't mind sharing what your journey's been like into theta healing, I think that'd be really helpful for our friends and family out there to know what that's like.
So I think I should start from my personal, I think, tragedy when I lost my father. He had a cancer, and it was just, so painful to see him dying. And I felt like there is a way to help him, but I didn't know what is. I didn't know how to help him. And just after he died, I discovered theta healing, and I realized actually that there was a way to help him. And I felt like why I didn't know this before, why I missed this. And actually I think it motivated me to share it with other people and help other people, to give them this knowledge that there is a way to change your life. There is a way to affect your health, even when you're terminally ill, on a very last stages of cancer. There's still solution. There's still hope for you. So this is, I think, what makes me so passionate about teaching theta healing and sharing this knowledge and wisdom. But what actually got me there is that while I was traveling in London, I fell and broke my leg. That's
Glad
not
you're okay now.
Yeah, that's not something that you expect from vacation, right?
Right.
So I arrived back home with a cast on my ankle, and I spent about 6 weeks healing this. And right after I get out of cast, I fell again and I broke my wrist.
That is very unlucky.
Wow. I think that would make you think. Right?
Yeah,
and,
for
like,
sure.
What's going on? What's happening right now? And so I started to look for answers, like what the heck is happening with me?
Absolutely.
Maybe I have some kind of disease, which is can be bone fragility, something like this. But then I met a theta healing practitioner, and we we talked about, and she scanned me. She read intuitively my body, and she's like, you have enormous feeling of guilt. And this guilt is kind of punishing, you. You kind of, through the guilt, you're punishing yourself because of what happened. And I realized that this guilt was associated with my father, that I wanted to help him but didn't know how to help him. And so I didn't say goodbye properly. And all of these feelings were inside me and killing me. And,
I can imagine.
Yeah, so after we've done several sessions with her, with this practitioner, I felt so much better. And I went to a doctor, and they did the X-ray scan and say, oh, probably we were mistaken about your fracture with the wrist because it was healed. It was like 2 weeks after
Holy
fracture.
Mackerel. Wow.
So, and that kind of got me interested because first I saw the way the practitioner works with beliefs and feelings, and also I could see that the way she explores connection between feelings and beliefs and a physical body. It was obvious that she could see that these things are connected, they're linked to each other. Definitely. And she could help me to heal my bone, my fracture. So since back then I was already working as an executive coach, I was working with beliefs and feelings. I was curious about this method, so I probably should learn more about it.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like a great segue into to what that can look like for somebody. So I know off camera we were discussing if we wanted to maybe go through an experiential, and I'd be happy if you could lead us through that. So
maybe later.
Yeah, well, sure. Oh, later or now, whatever you want to do. In that regard. So what was it that this person did to you? Like the process. What was the process? Because you said she scanned you, and I'm just curious now. I think our viewers out there, what does that look like? What does that feel like?
To me, it was nothing special. I mean, when somebody's scanning you, you don't feel anything usually. Some people are very sensitive. They can actually feel that somebody's, moving inside your body, but most people don't feel it.
Okay.
And so when she was replacing beliefs or clearing my feelings, I didn't feel anything. I could feel that I'm relaxed.
Good.
I could feel some waves of energy going through me, but mostly nothing.
Okay.
So I realized that it actually depends on people's sensitivity. Some of my clients don't feel anything. Some people more intuitive, more open to energies, and they can feel like during the first session, they can already feel this energy working through them. But because it's very subtle energy, it's very light, usually people don't feel it. And actually, I think it can be developed because it took me about 2 years to start actually feeling this energy, physically feeling it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? I know it's subtle, and you're saying, but what could you imagine or relate it to? I guess.
So when I change my beliefs, for example, I can feel a little bit dizzy.
Oh wow!
Ooh, something's here, happening in my brain. When I work with downloads of feelings or changing feelings, I can feel warmth in the part of different areas of my body, which usually connected to chakras.
Okay.
Which you already know about.
Yeah, I know. I know a little bit about chakras. Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, if I work with the first chakra, the client can feel that warm in this spine, in the base of spine, and also
crazy.
to legs. Yeah.
Oh my God, my mind's kind of blown a little bit just in regards of the actual processes, because everybody and anybody can feel this differently.
Yeah.
Just depending on who you are. I mean, I feel like myself included, I think with some other people out there, this idea of energy is a very cool thing, but it's also very I feel a lot of people are skeptical about it.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this because my first experience with ThetaHealing class, seminar, was crazy because I was, I'm coming from a scientific background. I have a PhD in consumer behavior, and I was working, doing studies for 10 years, and then ThetaHealing. angels. It's like, oh, really?
Right.
So first class was the 3 days of class.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in the group of, I think 12 people. And I'm like looking at everybody. Like, I think everybody is crazy, but they just can't admit it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I had so many doubts.
Yeah.
My mind just couldn't accept all of this.
Yeah.
That we can go through the body, you know, we can see like liver or lungs. It's like, no way. Yeah, so the first class was very challenging for me.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of my strength right now, that I can share all my doubts and all my experience with my students and clients and kind of normalize their doubts, because I've been there, you know?
Yeah.
I had all these doubts, and also I experienced and witnessed miracles like healings happen, you know, with my clients, which I witnessed already. Mm-hmm. So I know all the doubts that you can experience, but also I know that miracles can happen for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I've experienced, I've seen it. I've interviewed other people who practice a lot of energy healing, and you know, I think what they express and bring to the table is so different and so exciting to me, because I myself have come from a very factual scientific background as well, and you know, to hear that you and, you know, other hubbies out there like Jenny and other people doing it are experiencing such great work, and themselves are the ones who are so doubtful at first to then experience firsthand what that looks like. It's incredible, and I think it's such a beautiful thing that we can then share with our clients or people that we're teaching. I mean, I struggle with that too. You know, like I can preach so much to my clients, and I don't practice a lot of the things that I preach. So, you know, I think it kind of in a sense helps hold us accountable of what we do going forward. So yeah, like what was it like once you got over that hump then of having those doubts in that first class for you?
You know, it wasn't short and easy way.
Right. So 2 years. So. Yeah,
it took years for me. So after first class, I didn't start my practice right away. I was like, okay, that was interesting experience, but I think we're done here. And then my health again forced me to ask for help from one of the actually friends that I met during this first class. And it was amazing that I asked her about healing, and she was, okay, I will help you. And then she was like, during the session, she was like, oh, you know what? The creator, you know, that we connect through the session, through meditation, like the creator is telling me that I shouldn't heal you because you can do it yourself.
Wow.
And
what the hell? That's amazing.
I was like, really?
Damn.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, whenever you need, you can just go up because you know the way, you know meditation, so go up and just heal yourself. Shit. And I was like, shit.
Right? That's like an oh shit moment. You're like, what do I do? I can do this with myself.
Yeah. So I had this belief, you know, that some people can do it, but they're special, and I'm just ordinary person. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. But then I got this message that it's a bullshit. It's a wrong belief. Mm-hmm. You can do it yourself. And so the conversation we had about, like, you know, period cramps, which like almost every woman experienced. Yeah. And when I had my period coming and I had these cramps again, I was like, I was told to go up in meditation and do the healing for myself. Like, maybe I should do it. Mm-hmm. So I did this meditation. I'm trying to be very quick, you know.
You're good.
I'm just trying.
You're good.
Yeah, and I did this meditation and I fell asleep immediately. And when I woke up 2 years later, I didn't feel any pain. It was gone. And
wow.
And the most interesting thing about it, that I didn't have any cramps, which was the usual thing for me for next maybe year and a half. It was amazing. And the most awesome thing about it, that I was the source of this healing. Like, yes. I did it for myself. So I could see this belief going away, you know, that just somebody can. Like, everybody actually
can. I mean, that, I think so many of us and so many people, again, that I've worked with get stuck in that loop of beliefs that they've had from childhood or from traumas or things like that. And, you know, to be able to be in a place where you can get that belief kind of out of the way, take the power away from it, and heal physically is unbelievable. I mean, I think so many people out there, hold a lot of this and a lot of these things with them, and like they can't get out of it. So to be able to heal, mentally and also physically, I think through that process is an incredible thing. So yeah, what has it been like since you kind of found this awoke state, or we'll say this higher power for yourself in other aspects of your life, other than healing something physically? Do you feel like you've been able to bring aspects of it within your work with other people, like
to everything?
Yeah. Let's talk about that, like what that looks like in terms of mind, body, spirit, we'll say.
As you said, healing is more like a lifestyle, So I think working with other clients, seeing what they experience, is definitely teaching me compassion. Okay. And also, I think every session I have with a client is a way to learn from me as well. Because when you do the spiritual work, you're supposed to be, I think, to bring as less as possible your personality. You want to be just a medium for this truth and wisdom that comes for a client. So when I download something for my client, or just, I receive a message for client, I was like, ooh, I never thought about it. I never experienced anything like that. So thank you, for allowing me to learn this as well with my client, because there's so much beauty that comes and wisdom that comes through me during the sessions with my clients. And then I want to share it with other people, with my students. And I think my husband is telling me, oh, you're so loving and you're so compassionate. But I was like, it's my work that makes me this way. Because,
beautiful.
It's because I learn this through work with my clients, and I can see the miracles happening for them and this divine kind of wisdom coming for them, and I can learn from it too. Yeah.
Sounds like a mutualism.
Yeah.
Like you're both benefiting dramatically from the situation.
But also ThetaHealing is, it's about accepting responsibility for your life, and I think acknowledging you as the creator of your life. So ThetaHealing has enormous amount of tools that you can use in your everyday life, like manifesting during meditation what you want to create in your life, actually being an author, of your life.
Writing a new narrative almost.
Yeah, exactly. Or what I usually what I use in difficult situations is I keep asking myself, how do I create this in my life? So I usually go to the meditative state and I keep asking, how do I create this in my life? Creator, show me, how do I create this in my life? What kind of beliefs and feelings I have that create this in my life? You want me to tell you a story?
Yeah, of course. The more raw we can be, the better for these people out here watching.
So one of the interesting moments I experienced when I was going through medical examination before getting a fiancé visa to come here to the United States. I'm sitting, in this process of medical examination. You have to do this X-ray, kind of your lungs and all this. And the doctor's like, oh, we need to do another X-ray. And then they're like, oh, we don't like this. We need to do another X-ray with you. And they did 5 times X-ray with me. And I know I didn't have any problems with my lungs. I didn't have any, pneumonia or anything. But they're like, no, we don't like what we see. And it's like, oh, that was going to be just, formality. It was going to be just 2 hours of my time, and I was supposed to be done. And okay, something's going on. So I go to my place and I sat in meditation, and I kept asking, how do I create this? Because if I don't receive this approval from, doctors, then I'm not supposed to go into this country because, maybe I'm kind of contagious or anything. And I was like, how do I create this in my life? And I realized during meditation that I have so many fears, like so many fears of going to another country, to another culture, and like, this kind of resistance, leaving my country, my family, my friends. And I was kind of manifesting this resistance.
Huge transition.
Yeah.
Humongous.
Yeah. So I asked the Creator to heal these beliefs, these fears, and teach me that it's okay to move forward. It's safe for me to move forward. And next morning, after interview in embassy, U.S. embassy, I received a text saying that my results are fine.
What? Holy mackerel! That's a moment.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel! That's unbelievable.
About an hour of inner work with my feelings and my fears, and results, amazing results.
I mean, you're just hitting a point of how everything is so connected.
Yeah.
Literally, it's if one part of you feels as if it needs that kind of love and attention, it's how we bring that kind of sense to that and allow ourselves to really dive into it and not stray away from it.
Yeah.
Which I think, unfortunately, a lot of people end up doing is getting in a place where they do have these physical ailments or things like that, and they're not really in tune or tuning into what's actually coming up in other parts of their lives.
I think it's actually like a big problem in our culture that people are separated from the bodies and they don't feel like they're responsible for the condition of their bodies. They don't feel like they create all these, physical ailments in their bodies. And they give this responsibility to doctors. Why? Like doctors, they don't know everything. They don't care.
Yeah, right. They don't care. They don't know. They don't know enough.
Yeah.
They're always learning, like what it could be. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I like ThetaHealing, because it actually gives you, opportunity to get in tune with your body and to learn from your body. Because any physical ailment is just, it's teaching you something. And if you're open to receive this lesson, you can shift whatever's happening to your body.
Yeah. No, I think we forget about that. How our body and mind and anything and everything that is around us can shift.
Yeah.
And that we have the ability to shift that. And I think it's just easier to rely on others in a lot of ways, like doctors, to give us a fix or to give us an answer or something like that, rather than taking the time and energy to lean into some of those harder things, feelings, thoughts, emotions.
Yeah.
I know I've experienced that too. Like I've had really bad acid reflux, and I know, in moments where, stress or frustration or anything that's like irritating to my body, like that is by far exaggerated, exacerbated. And before I moved out to Colorado, even, it was like an all-time high. And I was like, what's going on? Go to the doctor, go do this and this, and the doctors can tell me shit.
Yeah.
Other than like, it's just, what's going on with you as you're making this transition. I was like, okay, that's fair. Like, I get that. And I think I brought a lot more awareness to it now and what that looks like. So I think in that way, there has been some theta healing without even knowing what I was doing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, would you like to kind of walk us through an experiential in that regard? Let's do
this.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. So we can, in Theta Healing, there are two main meditations. So we're going to practice first one. It kind of allows you to connect with the Creator, which is energy of all that is, just, energy that present like everywhere, like in our body, in these physical things, in any other living creature. It's like everywhere. Yeah. Sure. So we connect with this energy of creation. And we're going to do it just through visualization of certain things. All you need to do is just try to visualize all these things, okay? Just certain areas of life, light.
Okay. Close my eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
You need to close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take a deep breath in. Feel your body. Feel your heart. And feel your feet. Usually they are connected to the floor. And imagine beautiful energy coming up from the center of the earth. It's a very strong and beautiful flow of energy. And it's going through the bottom of your feet, through your legs. It's going up, up, through your body, opening and balancing all your chakras. And this beautiful energy is forming a beautiful ball of light above your head, where crown chakra is. And take time to notice what color it is. And in this ball of light, you're going up, up, through the clouds, through the stars, beyond the universe. It's going up, up, through many, many layers of light. Brighter area and darker area, and then brighter area, darker. Many, many layers of light. And you're going up, up, through the golden light. Just imagine this golden light. And jelly-like substance that has many, many colors, all the colors of rainbow. And you go through this jelly-like substance. And you go up, up, and you find a pink cloud, like a pink mist. And in this pink cloud, you can see the bright, bright white light. And you connect to this bright white light and go up, up. And take a deep breath in, because we arrived to the 7th plane of existence, energy of all that is. And while you're taking the breath in, you can feel this energy going through your body. This iridescent bright white light. It's going through your body, and you can feel all the fears and doubts and imbalances, all of this getting healed, and you connected to the energy of love, energy of truth and wisdom. And you feel that you connected to all that is. Through this energy, you connected to every plane of existence, you connected to every living creature in this world. Take a deep breath in. And feel that all your body, every cell of your body is filled with this beautiful pearly white light. And feel that you're getting more relaxed, more calm. Feel that you're loved and appreciated in this energy, just exactly as you are. And in this energy, you can create whatever you want in your life. You can create healing for yourself, or you can create your narrative, your life, the way you want it to see. You can just make the command, create of all that is. It is commanded that certain things happening in my life right now. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. And now you can imagine whatever you want to create in your life. And when you're done, you can take a deep breath and open your eyes.
I think I need to take a nap now. That was awesome. Just love that visualization of like keep on going up.
Yeah. You know what it does to your brain? It actually it affects your frontal lobes and it puts you in a theta wave state, which we talked about before. It's a very deep state of relaxation where your brain works on a frequency of 4 to 7 hertz. So if we would use, special equipment, we could see that your brain is getting into this theta waves. And so we connect to this energy, beautiful energy of all that is, and we can do whatever we want with our life.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt sense of relaxation for sure.
And what I like about this, this is how this method actually can help for actually growing a business, because we can use this meditation to attract clients for our own, to our own light, using our individual light of our heart, our soul, and we can attract clients that will appreciate exactly your own light, not somebody else, but people that will like your light. And so you can do this meditation, kind of send your light around I usually imagine myself as a lighthouse, and I'm just sending this light to all the people that might appreciate this light, that might need this light. And like sometimes in 20 minutes, sometimes in a few hours, I receive messages from clients that want to work with me.
Why isn't everybody doing it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love to hear that.
Simple
very
as it
good,
is.
right?
Yeah.
With that being said, sense of how to find Polina and reach out, if you could just let everybody know out there where you're located, how to get a hold of you, and then if you'd like to share those resources that you brought with you too before we finish up, that'd be great.
So I have a website, my personal website, PolinaLeRoy.com. You can contact me through the website or through Facebook. I'm accepting clients in Boulder Healing Hub. So it's a beautiful place to meet. And I host regular monthly events where I can teach this meditation and tell people more about theta healing. And I usually spend more time talking about beliefs during this workshops, so you can actually recognize some beliefs, some limiting beliefs that you might have, and actually heal them during this workshop.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah. So it's just a 3 hours event, but you can actually realize that, I have this belief that maybe blocking my abundance, blocking more clients coming into my life, and we can heal them, we can replace them, and then after that manifest.
Wonderful.
This is the way to do it.
I love it.
Yeah, and the books I brought, that's a book I recommend to start. It's the first book of founder of Theta Healing, Vienna Stable, and she tells a lot of stories, how she discovered this technique, how she practiced it, and what she learned from it. And anyone can do all these meditations just by reading this book.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, definitely recommend it.
Okay.
And another book is one of the advanced books, Seventh Plan of Existence, which kind of explains the concept of, different kind of parts of the world, different levels of light that we're going through meditation, right? So this book has explanation of all these different layers of light that
Wonderful.
we witness. And it actually makes sense when you know these levels. It actually makes sense to you why we witness all of them. Beautiful. Yeah.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing this craft and theta healing. Super excited for others to learn about it out there. Head Therapist is out. Catch you all later. Thank you so much.
Thank you.